Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Lulu Amelia Rahmah with student ID 63240367 from class 632835. Here I will do my English project, and in this video I will bring two important topics in the world of information technology, that is hardware and malicious software, that we usually hear it malware. These topics are important to understand because they play a major role in how computer works and how we can keep them safe from threats. Let's begin by talking about what hardware actually is. Here there is a definition. From the picture, you can see its physical form directly. We can touch by directly. And here, what is hardware? Explained in the book Student Guide Introduction to Hardware by Wahana Computer, hardware is a computer mechanical components then assembled to form modules that are named according to each function. Hardware refers to a physical components of a computer system. Without hardware itself, software cannot run. It is a foundation that supports all computing function. Next there is a function of hardware. The first is input functions. Hardware devices allow users or systems to provide data to a computer. Examples are keyboard. We usually input the text from typing the text with keyboard. And there is a mouse. Some people use mouse for controlling cursor movement, and some people don't use. There is a microphone. Microphone usually we use for captures audio in the video. And scanner that converts physical documents to digital, that usually from files documents in the photocopy store to digital file. And the second is processing functions. The central processing unit or CPU and other components execute instructions. That CPU usually mention it the brain of computer. Example is CPU performs for performing calculations and logic operations, and there is a GPU handles graphic processing, and there is a motherboard to connect and powers components between CPU and GPU, if not wrong. And there is a function from the third is storage functions. Hardware stores data temporarily or permanently. The example, RAM or random access memory, temporary storage for active tasks. You usually save the file document in the storage. So the storage function is for saving the file documents. And there is a HDD or SSD, hard disk drive or solid state drive to a permanent storage, so it can't to delete. And there is a USB flash drive, portable storage, that we can save the file document in the USB, then we save it and we can bring in any other places. There is the output functions. Hardware displays or transmits processed data. Examples are monitor, printer, speakers, and that. The fifth is communication functions. Hardware enables data transfers between devices. And there is a sixth, that control functions. Some hardware components manage system operating, so the hardware can manage the system operations. There is a picture of the RAM, HDD, SSD, and USB flash drive. When we use USB flash drive, we can bring the file document in any other places. There is a monitor, printer, and speakers. Next is types of hardware. Computer has types of hardware. Here are input devices. First is input devices. Input device is computer device that is used to input data into computer system, like keyboards and mic, like keyboards, mouse, scanner, microphone, also a webcam. And the second is output devices. Output device is computer device that is used to output data from computer system, like monitor, printer, speakers, projector. And the types of hardware, there are also processing device. The main component of a computer that executes instructions and controls the computer's operations, mainly the CPU, Central Processing Unit, and GPU, Graphic Processing Unit. And this is storage devices. Storage device is computer device that is used to save data into computer from computer or source else, like hard drive, solid state drive, and RAM, random access memory. Of course, there is a flash drive or USB. That is explanations of hardware. So we can continue to malicious software. What is the malware or malicious software? The definition itself is malicious software, commonly known as malware. As I told, is any software intentionally designed to damage, disrupt, steal, or gain unauthorized access to computer system, networks, or data. Malware can take various forms such as viruses, worms, trojans, ransomware, and spyware. In any else. Here, there is a types of malicious software. The first is there is a virus. Wow, this is a picture of virus. A type of malware that attaches itself to legitimate programs or files and spreads when the infected file is executed. The virus not suddenly enter the computer, but usually there is a reason why the virus can enter the computer. And second is worm. Worm also can enter the computer because of the reason. I will explain that after this, I think. Worm is a standalone malware that replicates itself to spread to other computers, often through networks. Unlike viruses, worms don't need a host file to operate it. The worm doesn't need a host file, so it can to recognize it by itself. And the three is Trojan horse. The shape like horse, so the name is Trojan horse. Here, Trojan horse disguises itself as a legitimate program to trick users into installing it. Once installed, it can steal data, install other malware, or give hackers remote access. So we can hati-hati. We don't install the data sembarangan, because of it can be a door to be a Trojan horse. Here the types of malicious software else. There is a ransomware, spyware, and adware. Ransomware encrypts the victim's data and demands payment ransom to restore data. Spyware secretly monitors user activity and collects information without their knowledge, such as login credentials or browsing habits. So if we suddenly are browsing some information and suddenly a spy can secretly monitors of our by user activity. And there is a hardware to display unwanted advertisement, often in the form of pop-ups or banners. Next is how to overcome malware. As I told last time, we can overcome the malware. The first is install and regularly update antivirus software. Use reliable antivirus or anti-malware software and ensure it is always up to date to detect and remove threats. Here, when the computer, I give the example from that usually we get. When suddenly we will shut down and suddenly there is an update, notification of update, we have to update now that for the time, because of we never know how the spy can enter and steal our data anytime. So the second is keep operating system and software updated. We have to up to date right now, and regular updates fix security vulnerabilities that malware often exploits. 3 is avoid clicking suspicious links or attachments. So we can enter the spy when we click the links, or suddenly the spy can steal. And 4 is backup important data regularly. Backing up data helps recover it in case of a ransomware attack or data lost. So the spy can backup important data regularly so that we have to up to date of the applications or something else. Next is use a firewall. Firewalls monitor network traffic and help block unauthorized access. You have to use firewall. And scan external device before use. We have to scan external first before we used. And always scan a USB drive and other external device before opening files. Second is use strong and unique password. We have to create the password that unique. So the spy have always Prevent unauthorized access by using complex password and checking them regularly. So this is the material is have finished. There is a quote: "Don't limit yourself. Many people limit themselves to what they think they can do. You can go as far as your mind lets you. What you believe, remember, you can shift." Mary Kay Ash. Thank you for watching. Hope you like it and get why I give. And see ya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.